Hello, how's it going? We made it through 20 chapters, 20 chapters of the book of Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew. Again, I repeat myself. I don't mean to be rhetorical. I don't know if that's where I'm looking for, but there are 4 Gospels. And I keep repeating this because it's something you need to know. Out of all the books in the Bible, these 4 Gospels that were put in this canonized Bible, approved by Constantine in the Council of Nicaea, or what they're doing is there are 4 accounts of men in the inner circle who literally died without renouncing or denouncing their sworn testimony, these gospels. The gospel. This is what I saw. It's what we're going through. And Matthew is the first one. He was a publican. He was a tax collector. And it is an honor for me to finish this 20th chapter with you as we move forward. And hopefully we'll finish this entire book in Christ's name. So let's get started in the business. Remember, this is not a children's book. We put it into the children's terms in Sunday school class. So when they're children, they're allowed to keep their innocence until they don't. We don't help that along more than we have to. So this is an adult Bible study. And Jesus heals a blind beggar. This is also documented. This event is documented in Mark and in Luke. 2 more Gospels give their takes of this account, like a side view, what have you. All right, moving forward. Everybody's going to have to stay sharp and keep up. Verse 29, and as they departed from Jericho, I'm dug into Jericho a little bit. Let me put this in here. Jericho was, there was many nationalities in Jericho. So I wondered about the subjects of this, and if they were Jew or Hebrew or what have you. And it doesn't really say it leans towards that they were Jew, and which again in Jericho it has a long history of changing hands. All right. Having said that, that's where you will be at, and a great multitude followed him. So a multitude is 15,000 people or more, and it says a great multitude. So we don't know. There's a lot. And behold, 2 blind men sitting by the wayside, when they heard that Jesus passed by, cry out, saying, "Have mercy on us, O Lord, thou Son of David." They're saying a lot in that statement. I want to repeat it for you, what they were saying. They cry out. These men were blind. This is very symbolic. Saying, "Have mercy on us, O Lord," capital L. And you know who he was? "Thou Son of David." Verse 31, and the multitude rebuked them because they should hold their peace. But they cried the more, saying, "Have mercy on us, O Lord, thou Son of David." And verse 32, and Jesus stood still. So 15,000 people stopped. He is the one who's leading this entire thing. And he stood still after the people told him to hush. You know, there's a lot of money people and people who like being around fame and stardom, who have surrounded themselves with Jesus and his 12. To give you an idea and paint a picture of the situation that's going on here, you know that the powerful people, money men and many types, have surrounded themselves around Jesus, and these two blind men, he still cared. He looked through them and saw the two blind men over there, and heard what they were saying, and knew that they knew him. For all we know, they had a great relationship back in glory. Uh, this is biblical. It says, "Be cautious of the company you keep, because you may be in the company of an angel. You may be entertaining an angel and not even be aware of it." Maybe Jesus saw his people sitting over there. Maybe those men was there for that purpose. We don't know. God does. God knows. So anyway, Jesus stood still, stopped the whole multitude, and called them, the blind men, and said, "What will ye that I shall do unto you?" Verse 33. And they said unto him, "Lord, that our eyes may be opened." So Jesus had compassion on them. He felt sorry for them, loved them, and touched their eyes, and immediately their eyes received sight, and they followed him. We're speaking of these men may have been blind in one sense. Being blind is subjective, and it is used as metaphorical or figurative speech a lot. Um, Blind spiritually, they didn't have physical sight, but they had celestial sight, and man, that is so important. And Christ recognized that, and he saw that. I'm sure there was a lot of blind men that was around, but they didn't say, um, "Hey, thou son of David." That really got his attention, because if you remember in the prior story, Peter was the only one of the disciples that really knew that he was the Messiah, the Son of God. And these two blind beggars over here, they knew who he was. So many who are first will be last, and many who are last will be first. This is biblical. So I'm going to move on, and I hope you all watch. I'll share it to Facebook as long as I'm allowed. It's not even 10 minutes. And we just finished the 20th chapter of the book of Matthew, and I'm moving into the 21st. Hello. So, I'm going to put on Christ's name.